Hey there, it's Daniel Johnson Jr. coming to you from beautiful Cincinnati, Ohio for another podcast post update for National Podcast Post Month over here at GetThatJobOnline.com. As you know, I've been doing this daily daily video series over here where I'm practicing answering job interview questions, and sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's polished, maybe more polished than others, sometimes it's just I have no idea what I'm doing. But again, this is just again designed for me to practice how I might answer some typical job interview questions that might come up, and some of them may be more specific than others to your particular situation as you're watching this. But you know, I'm throwing it out there because I need to practice, and maybe you can get something from the practice as well. Real quick, I wanted to give you an idea. Okay, probably at the beginning of the month, you didn't notice this mustache, and now it's been growing over here throughout November. It's for something called Movember. I'll put a link in the show notes to see more about what that's about. But a bunch of guys are growing mustaches to help raise awareness for prostate cancer awareness, and haven't talked a lot about it at all until now. But if you've kind of wondered or noticed that there's been a change in me and this growth on my face throughout the month, and you probably just thought that was something that kind of, I don't know, that's for free. Today is November 24th day of National Podcast Post Month. And again, this is another question today. It comes from something that a blog post from Amber Rasland, Amber Cadabra. I'll put a link again to her blog in the show notes over at GetThatJobOnline.com. And her question, or at least the question that I'm going to ask or answer, comes from her blog post where she noticed some social media related job descriptions and how some companies are really getting it in terms of what the kinds of things that they're looking for. And so from one of those job descriptions, I've reformulated it into a question that may be asked in the job interview. And because some of the jobs that I personally am looking for are related to social media. So we'll see how this goes. Today's question is, tell me about your ability to engage online audiences, both reactively and proactively, ultimately empowering others to talk about the brand. Okay, this is definitely something that's near and dear to my heart, and definitely hits a nerve, because there is obviously a strong need for people who are skilled in being able to understand where the conversations about a brand are happening, and then to enable those conversations and to address any concerns and kind of help to continue the conversation. So, while I haven't been for a specific corporate brand or anything like that, I think some of the things that are important for anybody to do is to have Google Alerts set up, to have some of those things, to RSS subscriptions, listening feeds on things like Twitter, and so on Twitter, and then also through things like Google Blog Search for specific brands. I have that set up here. I have actually a whole Me Monitor feed that I created through Yahoo Pipes that I can track all of my different blog properties for all of the different brands that I have. My little, this blog, for example, Get That Job, for GetThatJobOnline.com, how I got my job, New Media Cincinnati, myself. I do a blog called Quotes Blog of Quotations. Any kind of mentions of those Twitter accounts or any mentions of those online, just to kind of know where the conversations are. And then, when I see somebody mentioning that, then just to, obviously to thank them for their comment, to encourage them to elaborate more. On every blog post, I use something called the Share This plugin, which you can find even if you're watching this over at Get That Job Online. You'll watch it. You'll see it's down, right down. Let's see, right down there on the blog post. A little thing called Share This, and that lets you share this blog post through email. You can put it on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, a bunch of other places if you're interested in doing that. Well, most folks still share content through email, and so feel free if you know somebody who's interested, who may be want to see what I'm doing here, or even for any blog post where you find that something like that, you can use that button or that type of functionality to share. And I encourage people to do that. A lot of times in my comments or towards the very end of the blog post, I'll ask people for what they think. I'll encourage people to share what they have in the comments. Even in these video updates, I'm interested in what you have to say. So again, you can leave a comment over at the blog post here, or you can also get in touch with me through the email, Daniel@GetThatJobOnline.com, or leave a get in touch with the comment page or contact page up there at the website. And of course, I'm pointing, assuming that you're seeing this at the website. But I mean, you could be seeing this embedded to somebody else's on somebody else's website or just over at YouTube.com. But if you have any things that you'd like to share or add, that's fine. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Kind of my stab at this question. I don't know. I have to go back and take another look at it and see. What? I really wanted to save that particular thing right there. Could I go back and take my words back? No, I'll just leave it there. All right, that's all I have to say right now. Thanks so much for watching this, and until tomorrow, Daniel Johnson Jr. coming to you from beautiful Cincinnati, Ohio, saying, make it a great day. Coffee mug. The quotation's from William James. It says, "The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude." Cheers.